when Gonzalo Montiel scored the fourth winning penalty that made Argentina the World Cup champions, one of the heroes of the team fell to his knees. Part of it was disbelief in the things that happened. Part of it was exhaustion from the month of playing. But I am sure all of it was a joy, the joy of bringing the World Cup back to Argentina. After waiting for 36 years, Argentina was able to win the final match and add the third start to their logo. Everyone is talking about Messi being the greatest of all time, but what would have happened if Kolo Muani scored that last-minute goal? That was indeed the greatest save in the history of football, and the author of it was the sensation of the tournament, Emiliano Martinez. In today's video, I will share with you 5 facts about one of the most extraordinary and remarkable players of the World Cup in Qatar. How the player who, back in 2018, was cheering for Argentina from the stands, 4 years later, became a national hero. Get ready to hear 5 remarkable facts about the Argentine goalkeeper. From the very beginning, Emiliano Martinez's international career was full of ups and downs. Emiliano was only 16 when he began playing for Argentina's under-17 national team. It did not take a long time to be noticed by infamous scouts from London's Arsenal. Martinez was flown to Arsenal's base in London for the club trials. The trials went fantastic, and the club signed the young Argentine teenager for £1.1 million, but then the tough times began, and the teenage Argentinian had a very hard time finding his place in the new club. At that time, Debut did not know any English, and with the family living on a different continent, he had to go through a challenging time at the club. On top of it, due to European migration rules, underage Martinez was not allowed to play professional games until he turned 18. As a result, Debut was only playing friendly matches. Martinez was lacking the playtime, and eventually in 2012 was sent on loan to Oxford United. For almost a decade, the Argentinian goalie would roam from club to club. He joined clubs like Sheffield, Rotterdam United, Wolverhampton, Getafe, and Reading on loan spells. After the years of traveling, Martinez eventually got back to Arsenal. At Arsenal, Debut never had a chance to be part of a starting lineup. He was always a backup goalie, until the first-choice keeper Bernd Leno had a severe injury in a match against Brighton. Martinez got his chance of a lifetime. The rest of the season was truly amazing. Martinez pulled stellar performances and helped Arsenal win the FA Cup. It could not go unnoticed, and Martinez became Scaloni's first pick for the Copa America. That was not a mistake. Even the captain himself labeled him as a phenomenon after his 3 shootout saves in the semi-final match against Colombia. Eventually, Albiceleste won that cup, the first Copa America since 1991, and Emiliano Martinez would concrete himself as a #1 pick for the national team. After returning from the victory in Copa America, Martinez switched clubs. He transferred to Aston Villa, where Debut became one of the main pillars of Unai Emery's club. Then it was the World Cup, and the rest is history. The second fact about Emi Martinez is his unique character. Most of the fans got to know Emiliano Martinez during the World Cup, where his extraordinary personality was as memorable as his wonderful goalkeeping abilities were. But even before the Mondial, Emiliano was always like that. Debut's mind games started way before the World Cup. In the crucial Copa America match against Colombia, Martinez completely unleashed his trash-talking abilities, telling Colombians all sorts of things like,
"I'm sorry, but I'm eating you up, brother. Are you scared?"
In that game, Emi saved 3 penalties and helped Argentina get to the final of the Copa America. A few months later, on September 25th, 2021, Aston Villa were winning at Old Trafford when on the 92nd minute of the match the Red Devils were rewarded a penalty shot. A few seconds later, Martinez went to Ronaldo and told him,
"If you got the balls, take the penalty."
Cristiano refused to do that, and Bruno Fernandes went to the spot. The Portuguese midfielder sent the ball to the stands. The miss was followed by Debut's already signature dance celebration. The trash talk continued during the World Cup as well. In the quarterfinal of the tournament, Argentina was playing against the Netherlands. Things got heated between the team before the start of the match when Dutch main coach Louis van Gaal had negative comments about Messi and the rest of the Argentine squad. Argentina was winning the match 2-0 until Wout Weghorst scored a goal in the 83rd minute and the equalizer in the additional time. The match went to the penalties, and Martinez showed his cold blood and saved 2 penalties. After the defeat of the Dutch team, Emi took his shirt off and went straight to the bench of the opposite team. He yelled, pointed, and disrespected the whole Dutch squad. Later in the post-match interview, Martinez spoke his mind.
Emi Martinez, you are the hero of all Argentina. Can you sum up your feelings after that tonight? Oh, it was a tricky game, and I thought we controlled the game really well. We went 2-0 up. Basically, we controlled the game. The ref was just giving everything for them. All of a sudden, they get a good header, good flick, which I couldn't see it. And then it turned upside down. The ref was giving everything for them. He gave 10 minutes. For no reason, 10 minutes. He was giving free kick outside the box for them like 2-3 times. He just wanted them to score. That's basically it. So hopefully we don't have that ref anymore. He's useless.
Okay, but when you got to the penalty shootout, what's the thinking going into the spot kicks? Did you have it all planned out?
I heard Van Gaal saying we got an advantage in penalties. If we go to penalties, we win. I think he needs to keep his mouth shut.
Okay, going forward now, Croatia in semi-finals. How are you feeling about that?
It's a tough game. Every single game is tough. So we enjoy today, and then we'll see tomorrow.
But the climax of Emi Martinez's mind games was in the final against France. The match went to the penalties, where Emiliano Martinez showed the world that even 2 billion spectators will not mess with his head. After saving Kingsley Coman's shot, it was young Aurelien Tchouameni's turn. Dibu ran, took the ball from the spot, and threw it away from Tchouameni. Tchouameni ended up missing the penalty, and after Montiel's successful shot, Argentina became the world champion. Emiliano Dibu Martinez became the best goalkeeper of the World Cup 2022. Dibu would not be Dibu if he would not celebrate it in a special and scandalous way. Approximately 2 billion people saw him showing inappropriate gestures with the trophy. At the end of the day, I believe that all his actions helped him and his team to become champions. Emiliano is truly a special player, the player with tremendous confidence in himself and his teammates, the player who is not afraid to talk the truth and use psychology to get under the skin of his opponents. One of the first things that Emiliano Martinez did was schedule a visit with the tattoo artist. The Argentinian goalkeeper decided to get a new tattoo and dedicate it to the memorable win of the World Cup. Emiliano Martinez pulled off the biggest save of his life when he blocked the shot of Kolo Muani in the 123rd minute of the second extra time. That block was an inspiration to get the tattoo on exactly the spot that made the save of the century. Argentine tattoo artist Juan Pablo Skunka spent hours working on the piece before Martinez posted a picture of the finished work on his Instagram page. Featuring Argentina's updated 3-star logo, the World Cup itself, and the quote in Spanish "Que la pasión te lleve a la gloria," which translates to "May passion lead you to glory." On the bottom, the tattoo had some strange numbers on it: 6, 8, 12, 18. Later, Argentinian player Geronimo Rulli explained that Martinez included the numbers as a part of a promise that the two of them made together with German Pizzella, Marcos Acuna, and Guido Rodriguez. The players promised to have the numbers on their t-shirts if they bring the cup back to Argentina. Now Dibu has a permanent reminder of the greatest moment in his career. It's not a new thing for South American players to have nicknames, and our Argentinian friend is no exception. In England, he is known as Emi, short for Emiliano, but in Argentina his nickname is Dibu. Martinez's nickname Dibu is short for Debujo. The nickname comes from his early days at the Independiente Football Club. When Emi was a kid, he had freckles, which is very unusual for Argentinians. That's why his teammates started to call him Dibu, the character from the Argentine cartoon telenovela Mi Familia es Debujo. Emiliano himself likes his nickname and carries it ever since his early childhood. The last fact about Emiliano is his athletic family. Dibu Martinez was born into a family where he was destined to become an athlete. The passion for football runs in his family's blood. His brother played as a striker for Recreativo de Huelva in Spain's second division. His uncle was an Olympic silver medalist in the pole vault in 1980, and his father was the Argentine street luge champion for 6 consecutive years between 1986 and 1991. Martinez created his own family in 2017. The Argentinian goalie has a son named Santi and a daughter named Eva. It seems like Emiliano Martinez will have a bright future, and all the struggles that he went through are now paying off. Right now, Dibu is one of the first candidates to change to the club in the winter transfer window. There is already a rumor that Manchester United is interested to sign the Argentinian goalkeeper. The athlete who struggled to find his identity, his place, and his club became the most desired player in the world. You can hate him, or you can criticize him for his behavior, but you can't deny his contribution to the World Cup win for Argentina. He is truly one of the best goalkeepers in the world right now. Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. See you!